Hello, world. Welcome to our show, JW Raw with Eminem, coming to you live from the world-famous Jackson Week MMA Academy in Albuquerque, New Mexico, USA. Yes, we are in USA, Albuquerque. This is Mark, and I'd like to give a shout-out to our awesome partners that help us keep the show on the air and keep bringing you some interesting guests from different walks of life. Our fighters and athletes are constantly on the lookout for products that will provide a legal performance edge. Legal performance edge, yes. A couple years back, we came across a nutraceutical company that has an incredible technology. Since then, many of the fighters who train at Jackson Wink MMA Academy have been using their products with astounding success. Unlike most sports performance companies, this company began selling their products through doctors. Their unique technologies help the body heal and maintain exceptional health. For this reason, their products are recommended by doctors worldwide. Yes, worldwide. So how does this translate to sports performance? The truth is, you will never be stronger than you are healthy. How many times have we heard of star athletes who miss a big competition because they're out sick? The same technology that is used to boost the immune system and to detoxify, nourish, and rejuvenate the body is the same technology that boosts strength, endurance, and even cuts unwanted body fat, because we don't want to get fat. We are pumped to finally let you know about our best-kept secret here at Jackson Wink MMA Academy. The company is called RNA Sport. You can find them online at rnasport.com. Again, rnasport.com. Look them up. RNA Sport creates incredible sports performance formulas for elite athletes. Our fighters use and love these products. One of the most important things to know about RNA Sport formulas is their ease of use. It's very easy to use, yes. No more messy powders or hard-to-swallow pills. RNA Sport formulas are delivered directly into the body in a simple-to-take, great-tasting sprays. With high absorption, RNA Sport formulas can be taken immediately before a workout or competition with no lag time. RNA Sport formulas support increased strength and endurance, reduced joint and muscle fatigue, improved recovery, a healthy immune system, optimized metabolism, and a whole lot more. RNA Sport provides benefits and technology unlike any performance products you have ever experienced. I highly recommend you to check out rnasport.com and use their products. They will take your performance to the next level. In our next podcast, we will review the amazing benefits of their specific formulas. JW Raw is happy to also have Fireteam Fit as a longtime sponsor. They are a veteran-owned fitness company that is now partnered with the greatest gym in the world, Jackson Wink MMA Academy. Fireteam Fit is giving us all their products, all of them. Go check it out, all their products. All you have to do is enter a code. The secret code is JWRAW015. Again, JWRAW, just like the show, 015. Enter that secret code. You're going to get 15% off everything you buy. Make sure you do that at checkout, and then you'll get that discount. But don't forget to enter that coupon code. Remember, use JWRAW015.
You're listening to JW Raw with Eminem.
We're live.
Yo, yo, yo. New Zealand in the house.
Finish off that body armor.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
What's up, Brogan?
Oh, hey, thanks for having me
The
on.
arm collector, Brogan Anderson in the house. Welcome, sir.
Cheers, thank you.
Cheers. That's so cool. See, the Australians and the New Zealanders. What's the confusion that people get between the islands? What's
I don't
the
know.
thing?
I guess it's the accent is pretty comparable.
But it's totally two different things.
Two different places. Yeah. We're separated by a good bit of ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're pretty close in terms of the sort of people that we are. But yeah.
You've been here how many times already? It's your fifth camp?
I think it is the fifth time I've been here.
How long is the flight, bro? It's one of the longest ones, I think.
It's like 16, 17 hours or something.
More.
So there's like one leg that's like 14 hours, and then there's a couple more hours layovers. Usually it turns out to be about 24 hours.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's pretty miserable.
Because we get a lot of guys come from Australia, I know that, and then like you come from New Zealand, man. Both are pretty far.
Yeah. It's a long way to come. That's why I sort of try and come for
like a long time.
Yeah, a good amount of time. So. yeah,
Well,
it works out well.
You grew a lot, man.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
yeah, it's like
Bulking up.
Yeah, I enjoy coming out here. It's been a good experience. I mean, yeah, I get a lot of things here that I don't get back home. Like I've got good training back home in New Zealand as well. I've got some good guys to work with and a good gym and good coaches, but I just don't have the same quality of sparring partners and the variety of looks that I get out here. So
cool.
yeah, it's tough out here. So I
Yeah,
enjoy it
man,
every time I come.
Plus, it's kind of like you don't have to worry about anything else. Just train,
Yeah.
sleep,
Yeah.
eat, train, sleep, eat.
That's kind of the best thing as well. Yeah.
And just like get away from everything.
Yeah, I have to work at home a little bit, so I do a bit of personal training, a bit of coaching back home, so I really enjoy doing that as well.
That's
But
cool.
it's nice to take a break and just be able to focus on myself. So.
Oh yeah.
So how long you staying with us this camp?
I'm here for about another 4 weeks, I think.
And you've already been here like 3 weeks, right?
Oh, I've been here
more.
probably about 6 or 7 weeks
It's
so
been
far.
that long. Actually, time flies when you're
Yeah,
seeing people.
yeah, it's about 10 weeks this camp.
Wow.
So
That's
yeah.
But that fight, when you came here, you didn't have that fight schedule, right? You got it while you were here, right?
we had an idea that it was going to be
okay.
booked.
So you kind of knew you were gonna fight that day.
I was hoping so.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's been a bit of a nightmare getting fights back home this year. So
What organization you fighting?
So at the moment I'm working with XFC, and so it's an Australian promotion, but they're also running shows back home in my hometown as well. So yeah, it's been working
It's
out.
a pretty big promotion out there. I've seen.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the longer running ones back home in Australia. So it's a good promotion.
We
The
got
guys are
Aaron
pretty professional.
McConnell. He won a belt there too. Man.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
got, didn't you have a belt there?
No,
No, you came close.
Yeah, I had my last fight was supposed to be a title fight there, but the guy pulled out the
Oh,
week
I
of,
see,
so
I
that was a
see.
bit of a nightmare.
I see. But you close, bro. One
Oh,
more.
we'll get there. It's
Yeah,
just
I
a
know
matter
you
of
will.
time.
I know you will. Yeah, man, you a beast, man. I remember first you came, man, and just where you're now, just different, man.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been a good few years of progress. So yeah, I feel like I'm getting better all the time still. So
Good.
yeah.
What brought you to Jackson Wink in the first place? What was it?
I guess I used to enjoy watching the fighters came out of here. I enjoyed the approach that they seemed to have to the sport. It always seemed that they had good game planning. I was always a fan of Greg Jackson. I used to watch stuff online, all the countdowns and stuff like that. Showed the gym out here, and I always thought it would be a cool place to come, but I didn't know that it was going to be as accessible as it was. And then one day I was just browsing online and I saw the website pop up. Must have been just after this place had opened here,
that's what it
and
did.
thought, wow, yeah, I got to get out there. So
It's a serious investment coming from Australia, so you always wonder
From
why
New Zealand.
people make
New Zealand,
yeah,
Mark.
yeah, New Zealand. Yeah, see, one of those islands.
yeah.
My bad. New Zealand. So it's a serious investment, and you do have to. You have to. I mean, do you work out there in
Yeah,
New
so
Zealand? or
I
what?
work back home as a personal trainer and coaching at the gym that I'm based at. But yeah, the expenses for coming out here are a bit more than I can cover myself living the lifestyle that I am at the moment. So I've got a good bunch of sponsors back home that
That's good.
look after me and have helped me come out here the 4 or 5 trips that I've made. So yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it without them. So hopefully sooner or later I'll be able to pay them back with
You will.
with some wins,
You
and
will. Man.
yeah.
fame and fortune and all
Yeah.
that, the stuff that comes with that.
Yeah. I just want to make everyone back home proud, you know.
You will, because
You
you
will.
one of the like, one of the names actually from New Zealand, because you don't have it's kind of, I guess, a new sport too over there, right? So just picking up, because you
There's
don't.
quite a few guys that are kind of
Yeah.
just bursting onto the scene now. You know, you got like
You-
Israel, Dan Hooker,
Yeah, you want them.
Mark Hunt has been around for forever,
Yeah.
obviously. But I guess we were just a few years behind. Guys like didn't really know how to wrestle. Grappling wasn't as advanced.
Yeah.
New Zealand's got a pretty strong like kickboxing scene. But yeah, I feel like now the guys are all starting to catch up. A lot of guys have sort of been abroad, trained over here in the States, and then have taken that knowledge back home, and everyone's starting to slowly level up together. So I think there's a few guys coming through from New Zealand now, but I think there's going to be more and more
For sure.
going forward. So
It's the best growing sport in the world, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's touching.
You mentioned Mark Hunt. Have you trained with him? Are you guys anywhere near each other gym wise?
nah, so he usually, I think he kind of lives in Australia now, I think, but he does train at a gym back home. He was based out of Oliver MMA in Auckland for a while, but I think he kind of does most of his training camps over in Thailand now at Tiger Muay Thai.
Oh wow.
But there's the other gym back home that's kind of doing really well. That's City Kickboxing in Auckland. They've got Israel, Dan Hooker, Kai Kara France, who's about to make his UFC debut, Shane Young, and a bunch of other really good guys.
Yeah, you got some great partners, it sounds like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not based there, but I've been up there and trained with them a
Okay.
little bit last couple of months ago. Really enjoyed it up there as well. They've got a good bunch of guys, so yeah.
Well,
You still come to Albuquerque.
you're better off
But I
here.
still come back, yeah. The good thing about here is that I can just stay on site. I don't have to worry about navigating the city. And
Distractions.
yeah, I like it here. And I've got a good bunch of guys that I've been working with since I first came out.
So you made some good friends here too,
yeah, I
like,
do. I
like
got-
permanent friends, like
Yeah,
Clay and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
You
yeah.
guys, like
Yeah,
very close.
There's a bunch of guys that were here the first time I came here. Clay, Bavan, even Brandon Jones that's lives here as well.
Good old Brandon.
Yeah. Get on.
It's a cartoon character.
Yeah, get on well with all those guys.
The shit
So,
talker.
Yeah.
Shit starter, I would say. Well, what's New Zealand is known for? Like, if you had to, like, you know, because obviously, you know, most people know New Zealand, obviously, but it's so far, it almost seems like it is an island, right? Far away. Like,
I got 10 facts of New Zealand.
Oh, wow.
so
It's
There we go,
ready.
10 facts.
Oh, let's hear it.
New Zealand won here's number 10. New Zealand won the first ever Rugby World Cup.
I know they're
in
famous for
1987.
rugby. I know that.
87.
Auckland has the largest number of boats per capita than any other city in the world.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Even though they're popular with golf or with rugby, the most popular sport is they have golf courses. Is what
Makes sense with a lot of grass and
Yeah.
Ocean.
Let's see. Baron Ernest Rutherford was the first person to split the atom in 1919.
Oh, there we
yeah,
go.
that's some science people.
Yeah.
Know that one, yeah.
1893, they were the first country to give the women the right to vote.
Oh,
Very
look at
progressive.
that.
Very
Yeah.
progressive.
Wow, look at that. Cheers.
New Zealand's population is just over 4 million, making it one of the world's least populated countries.
Wow. That's
Wow.
crazy. This is smaller than New York.
2.5 million cars for 4 million people.
Wow.
And then the world's first commercial bungee jump was a 43-meter leap off the, I'm going to butcher this, Kawarau bridge in Queenstown.
Some cool bridge
Yeah.
Yeah.
in Queenstown.
So there you
Bungee jump. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, the three things I would say is rugby, Lord of the Rings, and
That's right. Lord of the Rings was made there.
kind of like tourism as well. A lot of people go out there for the clean green New Zealand.
It's beautiful out there.
Yeah, it's a nice spot. There's definitely some nice spots.
You
So-
love living there?
Yeah, I like living there. Yeah, I don't ever see myself like permanently moving away from Dunedin, where I'm from, right down
It's
south.
very peaceful out there, right?
Yeah, it is.
Extremely
yeah.
peaceful.
Well,
Yeah.
Nobody has cars, it sounds like. So how's everyone getting around?
No, we've got cars.
No, they have 4 million cars.
They
Oh,
have
4 million. Oh, okay. They got a
Yeah.
buttload of cars.
Yeah,
That's
we've all got
2
cars.
cars
per
for
capita,
everybody.
yeah, they have a lot of cars.
But you know,
Because they have a lot of place, like this is, it's not populated,
It's
so
a
they have
big,
plenty
it's a
of
big
parking,
place. Yeah.
plenty of parking space.
yeah,
It's like New
everything's
Mexico.
pretty spread out where I am as well. Like there's big cities, like Auckland is the big city, but I'm about as far away from there as you could be. So where I'm from in Dunedin,
Is it a small
there's
spot?
about maybe 100,000 people.
That's it.
Bit of a student town, and you're only ever maybe like 5-10 minutes from being out in the country, pretty much. So
I'd like to see New Zealand, man. It's probably crazy. Is it similar to Australia in the way of like a lot wildlife, in the way of like, because I know Australia is pretty
All those
dangerous.
dangerous
Yeah.
animals.
Yeah, my freaking
Nah, it's-
spider, like
it's
they'll
not- it's
kill
not
you
really.
somewhere in your toilet. You sit in the toilet, like, you're dead.
You
Some
know-
snake crawls up your butt. Like, not like New Zealand, no.
nah,
I mean,
New
not
Zealand we
like-
don't really have snakes or
Good.
big spiders. It's
So we
kind
go-
of just like birds and forest.
So we
yeah.
go to New Zealand,
Bird
yeah.
eating spiders.
New Zealand is safer.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, it's a popular tourist spot. I mean, it's one of those
Yeah.
places that a lot
So-
of people go to.
Yeah, a lot of
for cruises
people,
and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of Americans are going out, have been coming out to New Zealand as well now. Queenstown is a pretty popular spot. That's probably about 3 hours away from where I am. A lot of snowboarding, as I said, like bungee jumping.
So you said snowboarding?
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
yeah. So it's kind of like up in the mountains.
You get snow over there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're-
that just threw me off.
yeah. Oh, yeah. It's pretty cold where I am. Like where I am in the winter, we usually get snow once or twice. I'm at sea level, so to snow at sea level is
Interesting.
pretty cold. Yeah, but up in the mountains, you snow all winter.
It's cool.
Is
Yeah.
it similar mountains like here or no? Different, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess in the way that they're mountains, they're
Yeah.
similar. Yeah, but like it's kind of. Yeah, I suppose some areas are similar to how it is out here in Albuquerque when you go up the crest and stuff like that. Yeah,
You like it up there?
yeah, it's
a cool
amazing up
spot,
there.
right?
Yeah,
It's an amazing spot.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. There's some pretty awesome scenery out here as well. So
it's almost like when you go up there, like you're like at the end of the world. Or something.
Yeah,
like it feels like it's like
it's crazy
like
just to be up there looking over like the flat.
Yeah, it's like
flat
this
plain,
crater, like, and it's like as far as you can see, man. Like it doesn't stop. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's no greenery here though.
No.
You look far.
Somewhat. On the other side of the mountain, it's actually somewhat.
Yeah, but then it stops
green.
again.
Yeah,
It turns
somewhat.
back into brown. It's brown.
Yeah.
A lot of desert. You're in the desert. You're definitely in the desert. I mean, just
I am big fan of rugby though.
Yeah.
Big fan. Like
I played rugby right up until I was about 20 years old. That was kind of like
there's nothing else
life
to do.
back home. Yeah, like everyone watches rugby when
It's a
the
crazy sport.
Pretty
national team
dangerous,
plays.
man.
Well, yeah.
You got injured a lot when they played?
I got injured a couple of times.
Badly?
Yeah, a couple of. One time I injured my shoulder pretty bad, but yeah. Back home, everyone thinks that rugby is just like safe and wonderful, and as soon as you tell people that I am an MMA fighter, they think I'm a barbarian, and that's just crazy. So
Yeah.
it's not as acceptable back home as it is here.
Yeah, it's catching up. It'll catch up.
Yeah. But then you guys look at rugby and you're like, wow, that's crazy,
That's
brutal
amazing.
sport.
yeah.
I think it's much
And it
more
is, you know,
much more brutal than American football. I think.
Yeah, it probably is
It
as
is.
well. Like the hits are bigger in American football, but
If they wear pads, you
They
wear
got a lot
yeah,
of
there's no
man.
padding in rugby.
Freaking imagine two heads collide like
Yeah,
you got no helmet, nothing, man.
yeah. It's a pretty rough sport, but
Yeah.
it's fun as well.
So you went from rugby to MMA.
What transpired? Why?
I guess like rugby's a team sport, and I spent 15 years playing and loved being in that environment. But I suppose a lot of people, as they get older, and I was the same, wanted something that I could focus on myself, not have to rely on other people. I wanted to train hard, and I liked watching combat sports. But when I had never got into it until I was about 20. I think I was just turned 21 when I started training, which was late. But dove head first into it and focused on it pretty hard. And it was something I didn't have to rely on anyone else. I could just go and train as much as I wanted to, be out there every day working hard, and then I've got no one else to blame. It's just me on the journey. I've got teammates obviously, but it's a challenge that I can take on myself.
So if you started around 15, 16 with the gym. Is that what it is? 2016? Do you remember?
Oh, here
2017.
must have been 2016, I
So
suppose.
it's been a couple of years.
It's been about 2.5 years. I think I've been coming out. It might even be coming up 3 years.
So I'm thinking about it right around 2015.
You're pretty consistent, man.
Yeah, I came out here about New Year's, maybe start of 2016.
What's your take on the drama going on? Let's hear it.
I try and stay out of it. I'm not really too invested in it.
It's hard to take sides.
It's hard to take sides, and me and Cowboy were never close. Obviously, Mike's only just come here as well, so me and him aren't super tight. I've got a good bunch of guys here that I love this gym. I like coming here.
Kind of stick to those guys and don't let anyone in your circle.
Yeah, I don't agree with a lot of the things that were said about the gym. I think this is a fantastic place, and it is what you make of it. You've got to come in here and work hard and create a good environment around you. If you get caught up in, obviously when there's a lot of people around, people disagree with other people, that's inevitable. But if you're a good person and you get along with people and you treat people with respect, people are good to you as well. So
100%.
that's how I see it.
It's like any big organization, like once you made it, right, people will have your doubters and people will have your haters and people will have people that love you.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you talk about Dana White, UFC, or any other big entity like John Jones, right, he's got people that love him, people that hate him. It's like, it kind of almost says like, hey, you kind of made it, right?
Yeah.
You kind of made it. Like if you have that type of environment, then it's like, it's what we do, and we ain't stopping, man, because people talking shit and doing this.
Yeah, there's always going to be people who talk shit. There's always
plus, especially when it's such a public place with so many fighters.
Yeah.
Of course, there's going to be conflicts of interest, and people are going to not agree with things, and fighters are going to leave, and fighters are going to come back, and then new fighters going to emerge, and things like that. It's just because it's such a powerful camp. There's so many lights on it, so it's so many eyes on it. People that do whatever. Plus, social media is like the worst enemy too, because so many things get taken out of context, and then people cut it up and throw it up, and it just becomes this weird sensation that it just has nothing to do with anything really. It's like not how it started or whatever,
Yeah.
So people don't know all the ins and outs. So every gym goes through the same thing. Fighters come and go. It's like this is something, it's just impossible to.
I feel like there's a new crop of guys that are just starting to come up as well that have sort of been not built from the ground up. A lot of them come from other spots, but are sort of coming up together since this. Obviously the new facility's been here in the last few years. Guys have been building guys like Bevan Lewis, who's just about to burst onto the scene. He's going to be a star.
Edwin Cooper, Chris Brown.
Yeah.
There's so many new talented guys coming up. It's just like, so I keep going through like generations of different fighters.
Yeah.
Where it's like, the first ones were like the Joeys, Keith Jardines, right? The old school, and then the second wave emerged, and the third wave. It's like, and I guess maybe with some people don't take change very well. You know what I'm saying? So and then, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's just I guess the environment here is slightly different than it was at the old gym when it was all pros, and I don't feel like there's any issue with having amateurs in the gym. I think it's a good thing to have other guys coming up. It's obviously separated from the pro class as well, so it's nothing but beneficial to everyone.
I'm like, hey, every fighter that came up, either it's Cowboy or anyone or John Jones, they were amateur one day too.
Yeah.
They had to start somewhere, right?
100%.
So it's like you were amateur too, man.
Yeah.
Like you were given chances, you were taught, you were brought up.
Yeah.
And then when you learn how to fly on your own, people become, especially in the sport, being a pioneer, like being one of the original guys, and you blow up. You become an entity of your own, like you become that big name, right? So, and then you're able to call shots too. But people, I guess, forget sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
Speaking of team, Dwight has your back. Said that you ate you thought it was a chocolate chip, but it was oatmeal raisin. He's trying to push the hashtag.
Yeah, I don't even know what that hashtag means. I see it all the time on his page.
He's gone mad with this hashtag. I don't. Oatmeal cookies, oatmeal raisin cookies. Just say no. I don't know whether Dwight's a funny guy.
Yeah, I haven't figured out whether he's pro or anti oatmeal cookies.
We're
just
kind of confused.
Yeah,
but he's gonna make it. He's gonna make it part of him for sure.
Dwight's awesome dude, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's plenty of good dudes around here. It's a good spot.
It's a pretty peaceful place if you think about it, man. It's like we come, we train, we go home, we sleep.
Yeah.
Do it all over again every day, and enjoy your life. It's a good journey.
Yeah, I love being able to live on site and just being able to walk out of my room
and you like
you're
like one of not many guys, because you know how many people I deal with, right?
Yeah.
Like, and you like never complain, always focused, always doing your thing, always happy. I like that, man, because you know how people create issues sometimes. Like you're like the issues less. Right? Person.
Yeah, you can stay away from issues if you want to. You just gotta keep your head down and work away.
You sleep, you eat, you wake up, like you're on your like path.
Eat,
like
sleep,
you know what you know what you got into, you know what surrounds you.
Yeah.
You're not looking for anything super luxurious, you're just looking to fucking just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. Just fight, train, and get up there and perform.
Yeah.
That's all. I like that. You have specific goals.
Oh yeah.
And you come for them, man. That's good.
Yeah.
It's a good example.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're strong as an ox too, man.
Oh,
I've trained with you, man. Like, Jesus Christ, man, this man.
I guess like I started lifting before I even started grappling or striking. So
plus your rugby. I mean, you've been in sports for so long.
Yeah,
right?
so I was strong from the start, but I feel like it kind of set me back a little bit as well because I wasn't very aerobic. So my cardio was shit for the first few years, and it's taken me a while to turn that around. But now I've sort of got to the point where I'm technically efficient, strong, and it's all coming together nicely.
How much you weigh?
I'm about 200 at the moment.
Yeah. Is it about average size for rugby players? Or you get bigger guys?
There's bigger guys for sure. It just depends what position you're playing. But I wasn't always that big. When I was playing rugby, when I was coming up as a teenager, I was probably only about maybe 155.
Okay.
What
position did you play?
I was like a midfielder.
What's the job? Like, what do you do as a midfielder? I have no idea about rugby.
Just run hard and straight in the middle of the field, pretty much. So generally, there's a bunch. Whenever the ball goes into a ruck, which is when someone gets like tackled, the forwards will come in, clear out, provide a platform for the halfback to come in, pass the ball out the back line. Generally, there'll be the guy who stands at first five. He's like the first receiver generally, and then the second receiver, and that was where I would play.
Jesus.
Okay.
It's a pretty complicated game.
That's what it sounds like.
Complicated game.
Yeah. Hard to lay out, just like that.
Yeah, but I've read some stories about like the injuries and things that rugby players went through. My skin like
Yeah, it's kind of like the issue with like NFL here at the moment as well. Is there's a lot of guys getting concussions as guys are getting more athletic and training like strength and conditioning a lot more as they get to that professional level. The guys are so athletic, the hits are so big, like guys are just starting to get
Are the
smashed.
money good in rugby for like top guys?
Not like American football
Of
money,
course,
but like
you know, make $80 million contract.
Yeah,
like
there'd be guys
like one of the Jones brothers.
There'd be the guys that are like at the top of the food chain in New Zealand that'd be making $1 million a year, I would say.
Wow.
That's not
which
bad.
is nothing to scoff at. Yeah. So
Yeah.
and like rugby globally, it's not. It's a
Huge, yeah.
huge sport. Yeah, it's not big here in the States, but
It's on the islands.
yeah, in
like,
Europe,
Europe,
South Africa,
yeah,
Australia.
France got good team, right?
Yeah. So those guys
England got good team.
are. Yeah. So those guys are big
What
stars.
are the biggest rivalries in rugby, team-wise?
Well, I guess New Zealand is like the most dominant team and has been for almost forever. But South Africa probably, like the biggest rivalry is Australia, just because New Zealand and Australia have such a
Yeah.
big sporting rivalry. But South Africa are pretty tough as well. Every few years, England managed to get a team together that can give us trouble, but
Where's
not
that haka
really.
thing came from?
Yeah, that's
Is
so
it-
intimidating. The haka
yeah,
dance,
I fucking love it.
the march,
It's one
or
of
what
the
is it?
coolest thing to watch.
yeah. So I guess it's like an
That's from New Zealand, came right?
yeah. So
It's your culture.
the native people in New Zealand, the Māori, it's like a war dance that they have done.
Yeah, it was like the
forever.
creepiest.
Yeah, word that,
it was
word
like the
that.
creepiest thing I ever saw when
but
I first saw it. But it's cool. Yeah.
captivating.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
watching it when, they,
Yeah.
especially on the field,
Yeah.
like when like they face off, it's just like that war cry, you know.
Yeah. The guys, if they do it well and they do it properly, it's definitely something to behold.
Because I remember
Especially-
that team in black. Is that New Zealand?
Yeah,
team?
that's the All Blacks. Yeah, that's the New Zealand rugby team. Yeah, so
they're
they'll always do
ones
the
that
haka
that.
beforehand.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, I love that thing.
I love
It's
that.
crazy. Yeah,
You know how to do?
No, I don't do it.
No?
I'm too white.
You should.
you're not native. You're not
You should
native
do. You
enough.
should.
No.
You should do one with the cage when you like walk out.
Mm.
bro.
Hey, we can make a video with you doing it. Me and Nick.
Yeah,
we-
it'd be cool. In the cage. We could do it practice here. We'll
Never.
film it. We'll film it. We'll
Never.
come
I don't know what you're talking about, Mark.
Bergen.
No,
Some
I mean,
practice, you'll be alright.
Like there's people back home, like Māori people, when they get together, like not just like rugby teams, but like if you get a kapa haka group, which is like people who like practice it, like it's something.
It's a dance.
something to behold.
It's-
Yeah, no, it's pretty amazing. So
You ever seen that video of that person, whoever passed away, and this whole team did haka for him, like crying and stuff?
yeah,
You know what I'm talking about? That video? You've seen that video?
I don't know if I've seen the
Oh, they
exact
do
one,
it-
but
they
He's
do it
like
for
his-
weddings.
his
They do it for
friends,
everything
like,
now.
Yeah.
There's a
They've done that one for
There's a gym
BJJ,
coach.
BJJ guys. You've
Yeah?
seen those?
no,
Oh, it was like with the geese and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, somewhere in New Zealand. I've seen that video.
It's taking on all kinds of different little variations now.
Yeah.
It's kind of getting watered down. I don't know if it's as cool anymore.
Oh, cut it out, Mike.
It is cool. It's,
No, it is.
it
It's
will
badass.
always be cool. It's a coolest
During the
dance.
rugby games. This,
Yeah. I'd like to see a rugby game one
how,
time.
how old are you, Brogan?
I'm 29.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're at that age now where you
Just coming into my prime,
Yeah, that's
mate.
right.
Just coming into my prime. Yeah, I mean, I didn't get started that early. I only started training when I was 21, so I didn't come up taking a bunch of hits. And I've looked after myself. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I eat well. I train hard all the time. So I know I've still got plenty of time ahead of me. So
What weight you like fighting at?
So I am
Doesn't
fighting
matter.
as low as 170, but
Wow.
I think the next few fights I'll have will probably be at 185.
Okay.
I just think there's some good options for me there at
Yeah.
the moment back home. So I'll work my way up there, and then once I take that next step,
Walking around at 200, no problem.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's pretty tough getting to 170, and I'm usually pretty lean even when I'm at 200.
If
So
when you get to UFC, what you gonna do? Middleweight? or
probably at 170.
170.
Yeah, the
'cause
guys at
these
185 are
big.
pretty big.
You
Yeah,
see,
so,
you can measure yourself here.
Yeah,
too, just
yeah,
Look at the guys. you know,
yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
okay.
The guys at welterweight, I know I'm usually as big or on the bigger side.
Yeah, I
and
think
the-
170 would be good.
Yeah, with the 185, it's
Yeah.
just on the smaller side. So
Especially once you get signed, and you're like, you'll know your diet. You'll figure out the weight to walk at, where you can always stay ready. Just so you
Yeah.
don't kill yourself.
yeah,
'Cause
I know.
right now is your fight 185, right? This fight.
The next fight I'm having is actually at 205, despite
Oh.
the fact. Yeah,
Oh wow.
the guy's a 185er, but he
He's
just
just meeting like whatever. Just let's throw it
yeah,
down.
he didn't have enough time to make 185. He said so. He's walking around a bit heavy. I guess he hasn't fought for a while, so we're gonna
Okay.
fight at 205.
Oh.
It doesn't worry me
Yeah, I know.
too much. I know I'm strong and physical, and he's not like a guy that's 6'5" cutting down from 230 pounds
Yeah.
of jacked
It's
muscle.
not
you know,
John
so-
Jones. for
No,
frame.
no. So I know. I wouldn't take. There's a lot of fights that I wouldn't take at 205.
Have you sparred with John yet?
We did a little bit of work on It was a few weeks ago, but he's usually working with the bigger guys.
Yeah.
I guess he's getting ready for Gus, so
Yeah.
he's working with the guys that are usually over 6'3", 6'4".
What
So
about Devin? You work with Devin?
yeah, I've been working with Devin a little
Strong.
bit. Oh, he's strong as an ox. Yeah, he's strong. Right
His
when
legs,
he
man.
yeah, his wrestling's rock solid. So
Roman is good from Georgia too,
Yeah,
right? He's
yeah.
gonna teach leg locks today. He's gonna.
oh, he's taking the grappling class.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little seminar if you wanna.
Awesome. Yeah.
come
Oh,
on,
I'll be
yeah,
there for sure. Yeah, he's good. I got a round in with him the other week. I think he.
How you describe your style, bro? Like, are you like all well-rounded, or you have a preference?
Yeah, I guess maybe earlier on I was winning most of my fights via grappling, but I think my strength is that I'm well-rounded. I mean, I'm in striking and grappling for the same amount of time, so I think I've sort of leveled up at a steady rate. I think the one thing that was missing from my game for the first maybe 5 years was wrestling, and that's just because wrestling isn't really big
Yeah,
back
big,
home. It's hard to
yeah.
get good wrestling training, so that was not till I started coming or going abroad and really seeking out that wrestling training that started to level up. But I feel like that's sort of caught up with the rest of my game now, I guess, because when I come here, that's kind of a focus of mine. So yeah, I feel like my strength is that I'm well-rounded
Good.
and that I'm
That's what we want.
intelligent
That's
looking.
what we want.
I like to have a good game
Yeah.
plan, and I can try and exploit someone else where they're weakest, you know.
All I know, I love grappling with you, man, because it makes me like, because you're big, strong. It's like you have to think, man.
Yeah, thanks.
So we should test everybody.
Yeah, I have to.
That's
Yeah,
I grappled with him since day one he was here, man. I like grappling.
Yeah, I mean, and that's Misha's one of those guys that I feel like is a bit of a measuring stick for me as well, because I know when I was first getting here, he was just holding me down, and I wasn't getting up, and I wasn't able to pass his guard at all. And now, slowly as the time's going on, I've got better.
playing with you.
I've got better at getting up and
Good.
can have some more success.
That's
so.
what we want. That's why I'm like, that's why I like seeing that progress, you know, because, like I said, we measure each other no matter what we do, right? It's like that's your goals, right? Like the other day I grappled with John, man, and I did freaking well, man. Like
Yeah.
to me, that's victory on my own, you
Yeah.
know. And it's like, so you have little milestones that you go through as a martial artist too.
Yeah,
like,
and that's the thing about being here as well, is that it doesn't matter. You're never going to be winning every round, you know. Like some days are good, and you're like, whoa, yeah, I'm on top of the world, and then the next day you just get crushed, and it's like, wow, what's wrong?
It's a humbling place.
Yeah. So that's a good thing. I'm always forced to be on point, you know. So
yeah.
it's good.
Well, we really love having you here, bro.
Thanks, man.
Really do.
I'm gonna keep coming.
Yeah, every time you come back, I get happy because
We-
you know, because other people get measured by you too, man. Because it's like when you have someone very strong and powerful, man, it makes you work harder to overcome, you know, certain challenges. We challenge each other. That's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
If we don't, then we're not growing. We're not learning,
Yeah.
right? So
Brogan, what are some New Zealand sayings that you could teach us if we go over there, like the slang?
The slang, you call everyone mate and bro, I suppose. If you're going to greet someone, you say kia ora. That's like a Māori
I heard
greeting.
that
I wouldn't
one,
say
yeah.
that's slang, but that's
Kia ora?
close.
is there a
Close.
separate language?
Yeah, so
Is it like what's just
yeah, Māori-
variation of English?
the Māori
That-
is like its own language.
Can you speak?
No.
No.
It's too
so
white,
You
he
so
said.
you speak English there, right?
Yeah, we speak English there. Yeah.
The Queen's English.
Yeah.
What's the government
that
model
cool,
over
ain't it?
there?
What's
What's the government model like? Is it
So it's a little bit different to here. We've got like, well, here you've got like the Senate, the House of Representatives, and then you've got like an elected leader as well. Whereas back home we kind of just vote on local representatives, and then a party that we want. But there are more than two parties, like there are. So there's like about, I guess, 5, 6, maybe even more parties
What the heck?
back home, and you'll vote for your local representative plus the party that you want, and then they'll fill the house with seats, and then whoever has the most seats will be the party in charge. But you kind of have to have like a majority to be
Votes,
able to do
yeah.
anything.
But it's
So-
based on the president too, right? Yeah.
Well, so we have a prime minister.
Prime
so we've got a
minister.
female prime minister at the moment.
So it's like a president, obviously.
Yeah, effectively. I think she
Yeah.
probably doesn't have as much power as the president has here.
And she's
over
part of one of the
country.
parties, or
Yeah,
what?
yeah. So
Okay.
she's just the leader.
Is she
of
elected by people or by party?
by party, effectively. So the party that's
people
in
choose the
control.
party. People choose the party, and party chooses the leader.
Effectively, yeah.
Oh.
But in the last election, I guess the National Party got the most votes. But the Labour Party that she leads made a coalition with another party, and ended up having the majority. So the party that got the most votes isn't even in power, which is kind of bizarre.
What do you think of politics in America, man? It's such a circus.
It's very divided over here.
It's such a circus.
I don't feel like it has to be that way, but everyone
doesn't.
kind of just picks a team and sits on one side of the fence, and
Left,
there's not much.
left, right, red, blue. Like what
Yeah, there's
the
not
hell,
much middle
man?
ground.
Like, are you gonna make country better, or are you gonna fight over?
Yeah. I just stay out of it because
I do too.
it's
I
a
mean,
good way
I
to
say politics are bad for your health, bro. People that are super invested into one side or the other, man, are freaking lost in this world.
Yeah.
I think they're straight up lost because this shouldn't be purpose of your life worrying about. You know,
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I try and stay out of it.
Yeah, especially like you read people on the internet and stuff. It's like they're almost more concerned about, let's say, getting rid of Trump than making the country better. They're just constantly attacking the guy, you know?
Yeah.
You know, like, what are you doing for the country? Like,
Everyone's so angry.
Oh, yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
and the more they do it, more angry they get, more divided it gets, you know? It's like, I don't know. I don't.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't like politics.
let's change it a little bit. The politics is
Just
such a downer, man.
Yeah.
It's fun to talk
It
sometimes.
says
you
New
know?
Zealanders are referred to as Kiwis.
That
Kiwi, yeah,
that is
Kiwi, I remember
correct.
that.
They're not the fruit, but instead the bird. So that was a
Yeah.
little Kiwi bird.
Yeah, that's
That's
our
a cool bird.
That's our national bird. Yeah.
It's just this is just the beginning of Kiwi slang and lingo.
Oh, yeah.
Lingo,
Lingo.
local slang. We're not here to confuse you. It's going to be hard enough. Let's see, planning a trip to New Zealand. We
Another way of
specialize in
saying
providing
the
tour.
cussy word bloody. It's so bumming.
A bach
So,
is a holiday.
Bloody
home.
is a cursing word, cuss word? Is it?
Kind of, yeah.
Kind
A
of
blue-
bloody.
Yeah, I guess
Blimmin'?
as it
Hey,
says there,
bloody,
just-
bloody dude.
A blimmin' heck.
Blooming heck.
A bloody. A
He's a
type of
bloody idiot.
a bloody idiot.
I don't bloody know.
I don't bloody know. Yeah.
That was a bloody good
A
name.
bloke. Yeah, I've heard of bloke before.
I know, I heard about bloke.
That bloke over there, Bob.
Bubsy uncle. There you have it. Bloke.
Bogan. What's this person with an unsophisticated?
Brogan. That's Brogan is a straight up New Zealand name? Like,
No,
is it? Oh, it's
Brogan's actually like more of an Irish name.
Oh, okay.
I think.
So your parents, like,
They're not
Yeah.
Irish at all. No,
No.
I guess they just, they
your
just
parents
They
picked that.
just
New
picked that
Zealanders?
names up.
Yeah, my parents were both born in New Zealand.
So
Yeah.
you're straight up 100% New Zealander.
Yeah, I guess like my grandparents moved from Scotland when they were young.
Mm.
So
It's so great at this gym, and you get to meet people
A
from
box of
like,
fluffies.
every part of the world, man.
Hey, has anyone said you're a box of fluffies?
no.
I'm a box of fluffies today, thank you.
Yeah, I don't feel like many people say that.
Yeah,
Um,
that
How
doesn't-
are you?
that
A
doesn't
box of
Sounds like something an old lady would
how
say.
are you, man? Box of fluffy.
Bro, obviously that's pretty much every
You're a box of fluffies today, Brogan. Every morning I'll see you.
a booger. What's a booger? Is that what this is?
a
did you
bugger.
a bugger?
A word used for disappointment. Well, we're not going to go Brogan. Brogan, a bugger. Brogan, you're such a bugger.
Caravan. A chick. Thanks, chick. Go ask that chick over there.
Chips, crips.
Yeah, you can't be talking about women like that.
Choka. I like that word, choka.
Choka.
The
The
bus
bus
is
is
choka.
Choka
full
today.
of-
Choka.
Choka.
Full overflowing. The buses. The gym was so choka today. And it's
Wow.
A chook. A chicken.
Thank
Chook.
you, bro.
A chook.
Chook.
Thank you. Sure, bro. Sure.
Sure. Sure. I feel like that's
Don't call-
not just a New Zealand saying.
Don't
Oh, I
call-
suppose it is.
Never heard
Don't
that.
call any of
Great.
our fighters a chook.
Bub is such a crack up.
If you go down to the F's, fizzy drink.
Fizzy drink.
A fizzy drink.
Yeah, I guess that's what you guys call soda.
A fizzy. Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
A fizzy drink. A flannel.
Or pop. Some areas of the country refer
Foodie.
to as pop.
Rugby
A
food.
Flat out.
G-string.
Flat out.
I'm going to watch the foodie today.
I would never know what a G-string is. That's awesome.
A thong style underwear. Oh wow. Universal.
Is that not like a term that you guys use over here?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's kind of a weird.
The
Yeah.
sexiest underwear.
Haka.
ever.
There you
That's
go.
number some-
There it is. The All Blacks rugby team.
Maori war dance. The All Blacks rugby, so that's what they call them, the All Blacks. I like that.
Hard work, hard yaka.
All right, man, we can sit here all day. It's kind of funny, man.
That's. Hey, this is some cool little history. You're all good. It's okay. No, it's a fascinating.
So when you
language.
going to UFC, man? How many fights?
Man,
We'll get you there.
Yeah, that's the plan. Hopefully, just get a few more. I just need to put a wee bit of a win streak together. I'm 10-3 at the moment, so if I could get to 12-3,
It's a good record.
we'll have won 7 out of my last 8. I feel like that puts me in a position where I'm ready to get there. So
Dudstown represent. What's Dudstown?
that's where I'm from, Dunedin.
Oh, look at
nice.
that. Ricky.
Henderson.
Yeah,
Are you,
went to my primary school.
Yeah, that's your person.
Rick-
That's cool.
Ricky's a buddy from primary school.
Yeah, Clay Motza. Wait, is Brogan from New Zealand?
Surprise.
Yeah,
surprise.
hey Brogan. We just found out, Clay, man.
Yeah, we're learning all kinds of stuff
Yeah,
about this
yeah.
guy.
So yeah, as I was saying, hopefully get a few more wins together. and we'll get the
Clay's coming
opportunity.
out from the best performance ever,
Yeah,
man.
he was phenomenal.
Clay killed it,
That was
man.
crazy.
He's such a good, fluid striker, bro. Like, I love watching him. He's also, like,
quiet.
down to earth,
He's
quiet.
so quiet. He's so
Yeah.
quiet. Sticks to himself.
He's got a great work ethic as well. It's been awesome to come out here and work with him as well. He's taught me a lot. So yeah, no, I love
He's
working
very
with him.
fluid, man.
Yeah.
Like, on his feet.
Yeah, very accurate.
That was his first pro fight, right?
First profile.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
and it
came
was
out
tough. He
bland.
had to overcome a lot of adversity in
sure,
that. So
every fight.
no, we were stoked with.
Every fight is a challenge, and every fight is an adversity.
Yeah, he's going to be a
It's
star
like-
as well. He's
Yeah,
Where
he's
you-
got a good work ethic. He's got a good head on his shoulders. He's got a good mind for the sport. So
good.
keep your eye on Clay Mats.
Where are you doing your strength and conditioning at?
I go to Athlete Ready,
Okay.
the premier strength and conditioning branch in
There you go.
Albuquerque, New
Shout
Mexico.
out to Jared over there.
Shout Jared. Yeah, no. Yeah, I like it over there. I've been coming here
Yeah, you've
since
been
I
going
first
there for
came
a while,
here.
yeah,
Yeah,
so-
I've just got a good bunch of guys that I work with there, so yeah, I like it there.
Once you're in UFC, man, we'll move you here, man.
Yeah, I mean, I
More-
don't know if I'll ever leave home,
I know,
but
I know.
ideally, like, I would just like to be splitting my time half and half. Spend half my year out here, spend half my year back home. I've got good people around me back home.
That's
as
got to
well,
be
but-
so tough, man.
Yeah,
Leaving like that for great lengths of time like that. I mean, I just it's a mentality. You just have to.
yeah.
But it's good for the growth of New Zealand MMA, because if you think about it, like guys like him, they're kind of pioneers of the sport for their natives, you know. Because like you said, you have guys that are coming up, right, and
Yeah.
already making waves, and
Yeah.
then you're like still like the first, second wave of somewhat decent
Yeah.
crop of fighters coming up. So and that's how it starts too with Russia too. Like when Rustam Khabilov was coming here and stuff, was like just like the first guys that again signed the first wave, man. They are the legends like of the sport, you know. So and then they learn things here and they bring it home, and that's how it prospers, man. Like it gets, you know, they spread their wings, they spread the roots, you know,
Yes.
and they start spreading the knowledge that they learn. So that's pretty good, man, actually. And we kind of contribute to that, right, to the growth of, because
Yeah.
for some reason, you know, United States has always been a mecca for everything, right? If you think about it, it's acting or Hollywood or music
Yeah.
or sports, right?
Yeah.
And so the MMA is such a big global sport right now that's insane.
Yeah, so that's what I try and do as well. Like, I'll come out here and I'll spend the 3 months learning as much new stuff as I can. Obviously, it's hard to retain all of that information, but I'll write it all down every
You got the
night.
ideas.
And then I'll go home and then I'll spend the 3-4 months at home
Teaching
sort
your
of
guys.
going over the things that I want. Yeah, and I spend the time teaching as well, but that helps me retain the information. So
100%.
yeah, spend that time working on the things that I want, just drilling over and over and over again, and then I come back here, get the
What
hard
do you
work
think
in.
that buzz about 125ers, man? It's kind of scary, man. Like, so,
Yeah, it's kind of strange to me. I don't see why they need to cut the division altogether, even if it's not
crazy.
the most financially viable division. I can't see that it's not worth them having a 125-pound champion. They don't have to be headlining pay-per-views with those shows, but they could be doing those on the new ESPN cards and stuff like that.
Where these guys go, well, you can't just, you know, they deserve to live and
Yeah.
fight and.
Even if the guys are going to have to come to terms with the fact that at 125 pounds they're maybe not going to be as marketable as a heavyweight, they're not going to make massive money, but I can't see that it's not worthwhile the UFC having them there to pay 12 and 12 or 20 and 20, whatever they're paying.
Look how many we have just right here in the gym. It's
I know,
crazy.
but
It's
if you're in the sport, you know, like when going to the gym, that there's a lot of guys that are at that weight that are talented. You know, like
100%.
it's not like you go into the gym and there's just like heaps of 170s and 155ers, and then as you go down, there's not as many guys. There's plenty of guys at that weight.
Yeah,
So
that's where it starts, man.
Yeah,
We have
but-
Joe will be fighting this week, and unfortunately Ray Bork with his health issues, man, awesome guy. Then, you know, John Dodson was at that weight.
yeah.
You know, there's so many guys.
I
man.
feel like it's only a matter of time before someone comes along that can be a big star at that weight division as well, and really
Yeah. Somebody like
Carry it,
outspoken, like
Demetrius was
some
the
li-
star for so long, but people
But
just
he-
never accepted him as.
because if he had the personality of McGregor, he was doing all those things, knocking people
Yeah.
out, it would have been so much
Because
around.
it's not like people can't get excited about smaller fighters. Like
I love watching them.
you see it in boxing.
Yeah.
There's been guys at the smaller weight
Little
classes that are.
speedy guys, man.
that are
Speed,
exciting that guys
fast.
get
They have
behind.
knockout power too, man.
God, he was so fast, man. I liked watching him.
Submission.
Yeah, I mean, and then he tried different things, and I don't know whether it was the UFC didn't promote him right, or I don't know. I don't know who to blame, but yeah, he just never took off. And
But see, like I read yesterday, so the whole industry was buzzing yesterday with that news, right? Because Jose Shorty Torres, that trained with us, right, in the past, he posted he's got cut. Then I found out that I read Will Brooks. He wrote that he not Will Brooks, Jerry Brooks. Sorry.
Yeah.
The little 125. He got cut.
I guess Cejudo will be the last belt at that
CJ,
weight.
I mean Cejudo.
He's
he
going
went
up. He's
he
going
went
up
up.
for that super fight.
Yeah.
With,
So, but then I read that it's all rumor that it's not happening.
I've heard that. Yeah, I saw as well yesterday that they're just thinning the division, making it a little bit smaller.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But
saying.
they're
like,
not definitely doing away with it. I mean, they've got guys. Apparently, there's only 2 more scheduled flyweight fights this year after this weekend, I think. But they've got guys. There's a guy from New Zealand that's making his flyweight debut. So they've
Yeah,
signed
cheers.
guys that they're bringing on. It's not like they didn't. That they signed guys on the last series of Contender Series at 125
But it's
pounds,
crazy
so.
that why are they like making an official public statement? We're talking about like there's a lot of guys nervous right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
say
like,
something.
say something. There's such a big buzz. Make an official statement.
Yeah.
You know, so everyone wants to hear like where's their career going? You know, you can't just leave everyone in the air.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. But like for example, like Shorty, how could you cut somebody like that?
he just got in there.
Dude lost only one fight in his entire career. It was like I think he was
Yeah.
like double Titan FC champ, and he freaking won everything there is to win at amateurs, like 22-0, some shit like that.
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
bizarre.
so that dude is a talented freaking martial artist, man.
Yeah.
But the guys like that will get picked up quick,
Oh, for
man.
sure.
Like, so we'll see.
Yeah, it'd be a shame to see it go. Hopefully they figure something out.
I love watching guys fight. Either way, small guys, big guys, doesn't matter. I think there's more skill at the lower level too, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's a
Because
different style, obviously.
different
It's a
level.
lot faster. The guys are definitely skillful, yeah. I guess at the higher divisions, it's a
Cra-
different kind of fighting.
Craziest scrambles ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. What we got going on?
They're talking about in New York for the El Chapo trial that's about to start. They're gonna have to shut down the Brooklyn Bridge.
Really? Oh, Chapo trials in New York?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's been in New York. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
because he was in jail over here, in Texas. Right?
Well, I think when they first brought him here, he was here for just a little while. But
Did you watch El Chapo on Netflix?
He's been in
No.
New York.
Oh my God! man.
You've heard of El
Right.
Chapo, right?
I've heard of El Chapo.
One of
Do
the
you
biggest
watch TV
gangsters.
or no? What do you do in your free time?
A game.
You game?
Oh,
yeah,
gamer.
I'm a gamer. Yeah, I don't really watch any TV.
What's your games?
Red Dead.
I'm playing Red Dead at the moment.
too.
Yeah,
Me
I just
too.
finished playing Assassin's Creed. I play a lot of different
Oh, you
things.
have a thing in your.
Yeah, I got a TV and a PlayStation set up
Oh.
under my bunk bed. Yeah, so it's
Nice.
just at the end of my bed. So after I'm done with my day, I go and hunker
Disappear.
down and
See ya, boys.
put a few hours in. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
even when I'm at home, that's
I
what I
haven't
do
like
as
playing.
well.
I like playing too, man. Who doesn't like playing?
Oh, a lot of fighters are
Not me.
gamers.
I don't play.
I don't play that stuff. I played Pac-Man back in '84. It was
Oh.
cool. It was cool, man.
Yeah,
Galaga.
Red Dead outdid everyone, man.
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
It's a big game.
I like it. I haven't got that deep into it, but
Right,
I'm
man.
enjoying it. I'm
It just-
enjoying it.
There's just so many things to do in there. Like you're like a little bit confused. Like what
Yeah.
do you like?
Yeah, it doesn't tell you that much.
It doesn't tell you that much. You kind of like have to like search online and stuff, like figure out things you need to do.
Yeah,
Battlefield coming out tomorrow.
I'm not really a first-person shooter.
No, I
Nah,
love it.
more like my RPGs. I like to
Yeah.
invest in a character
Mm.
over a bunch of hours, progress, level up.
Shooting zombies.
Oh,
No, there's one I played.
I'll-
Doom.
Doom.
You get to shoot zombies and they
Yeah.
explode and shit. It was.
Yeah, I like that's why I
exciting.
like Call of Duty Zombies. I love shooting.
Yeah, I used to like playing Call of Duty Zombies. That's alright with the bros.
I just
but-
can't keep up with like I like to play where like you know like against other people I always get killed fast, man. Like if
Yeah.
you do
Oh,
like
yeah, those guys take it serious.
multiplayer,
Oh
those
yeah.
dudes with
Those
like
guys live.
the
That's
game
serious gamers
the
online.
game comes out, man. Like the next day
That's
they're
all
like
the-
at level 100,
that's
like
all the-
with like
that's all the
best
kids-
weapons and everything.
All the kids in their
Just like,
mom's basement.
Shot.
all the kids in their mom's basement living on Red Bulls and pizza delivery.
Talking shit online.
Yeah, they take a break from killing zombies to trashing John Jones.
Oh, God.
It's.
What do you think of that fight, John versus Gus?
I think it's a good. I mean, obviously, it's a great fight. I always get stoked for when John's fighting. I think he's the number one guy for sure, and I think he has been since he started fighting.
How it's crazy training with him side by side, huh?
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, he was just down there this morning and doing his thing.
I mean, it's awesome having him in the gym as well. Because I mean, obviously, he's got a bit of a bad rap after some of the things that have happened, but. Like, to see him in the gym, he's one of the friendliest guys,
yes,
especially out of the stars here. Like, he'll always go out of his way to say hi and make people feel welcome, and
100%.
doesn't act like he's better than everyone else. Like,
yeah,
another.
Yeah.
See,
we
this
always
is
talk
unscripted.
about
This is unscripted.
Exactly.
This is another just random thing,
Person
and
just
Brogan
saying
is totally
because we
talking
always
off the
like
cuff and-
emphasize on it how nice John is to like everyone around
Yeah.
them. And
Yeah, he doesn't have to be like
Yeah,
that.
I
though,
went
he
out.
is, you
I
know?
went out with him the other day, man. He's very loved, man. Like
Yeah.
very loved. Like he's always like approachable.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's a little bit of downfall to it because people
he's got
take
his
advantage of
reputation.
it. But
Anyway, like with the fight, I think I feel like the last fight was close, but I don't feel like he took it as seriously as maybe he could
Yeah.
have. I don't know that obviously Alexander Gustafsson's improved, but I don't feel like he's made the same progress that John's made. I feel like his boxing is far and away better than it was the last time they fought, and I think
Yeah.
that might be the difference
He's
this
got a new
time.
boxing
John made a
coach.
good point because I actually asked him because I always heard it from somebody else. But I'm like, John, is it true what they say, right, about the first fight that you didn't take it as serious? He's like, that is very true, man. This time is going to be different because obviously he has something to prove. And he says like, Gustafsson had the best performance of his lifetime against me.
Yeah.
It says it's very hard to replicate that. It's very hard for a person to have another or better performance like this.
Yeah, I think he'll improve.
And
Yeah.
and I think that makes a good point because when you have a highlight of your career, like that, especially against someone of a level of John Jones, like what do you need to do to overdo it? I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like John's going to be all over it.
Yeah.
I feel like he's
I
gonna
think
get it
John's
done.
going to finish in this time.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's going to be exciting.
That's a big end to the year for the team as well.
December
Yeah.
29th,
Yeah,
we
that'll
have
be cool.
three fights, three fighters
Yeah,
going on.
we'll start a new year with a new belt.
Yeah.
Bhavan's on. You got CR. You got Carlos, and you've got John as well. So
You
Yeah,
got
so four.
Carlos
That's right,
fighting
four.
Chiesa, then you got
Bhavan.
Bhavan fighting.
So excited to watch. It's like watching John twice
yeah.
or
Yeah,
Bhavan twice.
two
I don't know.
Johns. And
Yes.
then he's fighting Uriah Hall, man.
Yeah, it's
as a debut fight.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, I mean that's a tough debut fight, but it's a good one for him as well. I think he's,
Hell yeah.
he's going to surprise
He's
a
ready.
lot of people.
He's
yeah.
ready, man. Yeah, but watch that Bhavan fight, guys, man. It's
Devon
going to be.
Lewis is all right.
Be prepared.
Yeah.
So what's the plans for the rest of the day? What do you got going on? Just got strength and conditioning, or are you
No,
done
not
for the day?
today. I'll just head back.
Gaming time. He's got to finish Red Dead.
Yeah, I might get a couple
You can't
hours in.
finish Red Dead, man. That game is like freaking probably has no end, man.
No, I'll just head back along.
Yeah.
I'll do my cooking. I'll try and eat, get a couple of meals. I'll eat one more time before grappling. Head down, do grappling,
So
get my rolls in, and then that'll be me for the day.
No, the Russian's going to be doing some leg lock.
he's not
Yeah.
Russian, he's Georgian.
Georgian. Yeah.
Yeah.
Georgia.
It's like New
Georgia
Zealand
Peach.
and Australia.
Yeah.
It's like you call,
Georgia's-
it's like you call him Australian, bro.
Oh, everyone here calls me Australian.
Yeah.
It's that damn accent.
We'll get there.
Mark
Well-
Hunt. Yeah, even Mark Hunt. Everyone knows he's from New Zealand. They still say he's from Australia.
Yeah, but he kind of lives in Australia as well.
He's kind of traded citizenship.
Yeah, it's the same with Robert Whittaker. He was born in New Zealand, but he's got the Australian flag
that's
tattooed
right.
on his chest. you know?
Tyson Pedro.
Why do people move like from New Zealand?
I guess the weather's a little bit better in Australia,
Oh.
but obviously, yeah,
That's a-
people move both
Such
ways
a
as well.
big
but
fucking country.
a
though,
lot of
man.
people go
Yeah.
from New Zealand to go and work in Australia for a few years, make money, and then come back home and buy homes and stuff like that.
All right.
Australia's a nice place, but New Zealand's a nice place as well.
Yeah.
Well,
sure.
Brogan, thanks for spending time with us.
Yeah,
we
man.
love getting everybody in here that
Like to get to know people.
has been
our
part of the
people.
team, and you've been part of the team for a while. We've never really had a chance to talk to you personally on this level and introduce you to the fans out there,
Yeah.
and it's a good way to do it. So, give yourself a shout out. You have to have people follow your social media and stuff. If you do that stuff, now's the time.
Yeah,
Sponsors.
Well, yeah, thanks for having me on. You can follow me at Brogan.Anderson on Instagram. I need to get my following up on there. Shout out to all my team back home that have helped me get over here. The team Stone Lake from McDonald's. You guys have always been great supporters of me. Lance Spence, Ross Smale, Bernie Haynes, Super Value, Extreme Image, Darren Keane from DK Motors, Brian Usher from BP, and then my whole team back home at Team Hammerhead MMA. I love you guys, miss you all, and look forward to getting back and hanging out with you guys soon.
That's a lot of support.
Jerry
bro.
Chalkman as well from the Olympic Gym. He's always been with me.
Did you say McDonald's?
Yeah, the local McDonald's back home.
Do they have the
Awesome.
McRib?
That's a lot of
That's
support.
awesome.
That's a lot of support, bro.
Brogan, do they have the McRib?
They gotta love you over there.
I don't think we have the McRib back home.
The McRib.
No, we don't. No, we
should
don't
bring
have
it.
the McRib.
There was a lady in California that went to the city council
Yeah, I saw that.
and spent like 10 minutes of her time talking about how important it is for the economy.
Yeah, she wanted
Wow.
the McRib sold all year round instead of just during whatever year they do send it. They sell the dang thing. It's crazy people.
Wow.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
Just
Brogan-
trying to make sure I haven't forgotten anyone.
Oh yeah, we
that's
put
a
you on
lot
the
of-
spot there.
That's
but
a
yeah,
lot of support, bro.
You got good
That's
sponsors.
Yeah, no, I got
appreciate
some
all
awesome
you guys.
support back home.
We
pretty,
love
pretty love.
we
though,
love
man.
having him
That's
here.
good.
We're taking care of him as much as we can. He's
Good-
training hard.
good
He's
teammate, man.
around great people. We're getting him ready to launch him into the world of fame and fortune. So keep
Brent
supporting
Lucas
him.
Builders as well. He's another one.
There you go.
Builders. All right,
Yeah, yeah.
Brent Lucas, is that what
Yeah.
building commercial stuff out there?
Yeah, homes and stuff.
Nice, sweet.
Yeah, no.
Well, thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
Keep doing your thing, man.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate you
Proud,
having me
proud
on.
of you, man.
Please,
you.
please also support our sponsors, Results RNA,
Body Armor.
Body Armor, keep
Fire
us
Team Fit.
happy
We get a little love too.
Yeah.
Not as much though. but-
every once in a while. Yeah, we don't have no McDonald's supporting us.
Yeah.
Could use a cheeseburger or something.
Forever show.
All right, thanks.
Well, thank you
Thanks,
everyone
guys.
for watching. Bye.
Thank you.
Through these doors walk the greatest fighters in the world.